So Fitzroy, you're pretty much all the way through the coach training programme nearly, last few days. What was the context of why you sort of came on the course and what brought you here?
I really felt I'm a people person, and I like to banter, I like to talk to people and go with the flow of conversation. And I felt that I was comfortable in talking to people, whatever the gender was. And I wanted to develop that. Didn't know what vehicle I could use. And somebody told me about destiny coaching, and I thought, that sounds good. And then I realised it does cost, and I thought, how am I going to meet the cost? Is it worth it? And I'm telling you, it's more than worth it.
Wow,
So,
good.
yeah, it's massively value for money. I've been on a high every session. And we don't know what I'm going to do when I come off the high, but I'm just riding across the way with a higher enjoyment of learning so many new skills.
That's good, that's
Yeah.
really good.
Yeah.
So tell us, for purposes who don't know you, I know you, what, you don't have to say a lot, but what's your day job? I mean, it's good that people know you're a leader and that sort of context.
Well, I'm a chief executive of a community transport organisation in London.
So you lead a team of
Yeah.
people, a whole organisation.
Yeah.
Okay.
Got a big family, so
Yeah, you're leader in that as well.
yeah.
And probably a leader in church as well, I would imagine.
Yeah, I'm a deacon and
There
local
you go.
community church as well. So, you know what I mean? I've always had kind of leadership responsibilities, but it's always been challenging.
Yeah.
I'm a man of God with a faith that has helped me massively deal with all these challenges. I'm a man of prayer. I do
Yeah, that's good.
wait on God to guide me sometimes, and I think He's guided me in this direction for a reason and purpose.
Yeah, absolutely. So how would you say the skills that you've learned on this course has helped you in all of those different contexts of leadership? What's been the benefits?
I think the best one for me is realizing the power in listening, waiting to feel the resonance in the conversation. And the only way to feel that is sometimes being still and silent, like waiting on the Lord. And I think, because I'm usually noisy and loud anyway, so it's being a kind of like a coping strategy, or should I say, self-management tool.
Yeah.
I've learned to be able to say, okay, great, no, just listen.
Yeah.
You know, it's not time yet, and having faith that
So
it's going to pick up.
So it's changed your leadership in some way.
It has, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm much more of a listening person. I'm still very much a decision maker, and I'm still a lion. I've always had that passion. But I can, go from a lion with a lamb to a lion. It's a situation of roaring if I need to deal with situations.
So it sounds like it's really, like when you say lion and lamb, it's really expanded your breadth as a leader.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Stretch me.
Stretched you. How's it stretched you?
Well, I do martial arts when I'm pretty flexible. It's like learning to stretch muscles. You're learning to stretch mentally, physically, and spiritually in this whole process. So I really feel kind of being given tools to do things I wouldn't be able to do if I wasn't as flexible in those aspects of my life that I have to work in. And seeing the results and actually being able to say, wow, I would have dealt with that differently months ago, but now I've learned destiny coaching. I can actually deal with it in a much more beneficial way for myself and the individual I'm dealing with.
Okay.
Yeah.
Have you got any examples of that you can sort of, because I think it really helps people to specifically hang on to specific things that might help them in leadership?
Well, yeah, I think sometimes, being responsible for, I've got a board of trustees that I've got to be answerable to, and I've got a team that I manage, I've got a management team, and they manage other staff, and overall I'm responsible for the whole organisation and the budget. So sometimes, I can sit back and look at things a lot better. I never used to like report writing or scribing things down, but now when I feel Holy Spirit led, I make notes and so forth, and I'm quite excited about looking back at what I made notes on before, see if those actions are coming to fruition and tick them off, and then, I'm quite actually,
so it's tuned you into Holy Spirit more.
Definitely.
So how is this course that's supposed to train you to be a coach, why don't you tell us how it's helped to tune you into Holy Spirit more?
Well, because the first time I've been into an environment where you're actually released to be free, to express the Holy Spirit in you. It's like basically, as a man who knows the power of the Holy Spirit, you never connect to it because, you're a man of God and you just do what you have to do, but you never really go deep and connect into your Holy Spirit. And as a man as well, because there's not many men on the course, which is one thing. but seeing how the Holy Spirit works in an environment, regardless of male or female. So everybody's just connecting with the Holy Spirit. So you don't, it's not a sex, gender element, it's just a connection element. And I think that makes me feel more comfortable just accessing and connecting with the Holy Spirit and allowing that to resonate within me and expressing my thoughts and views as the Holy Spirit leads me. And I find that's really powerful. But before I would think, and doubt myself, but bringing out that confidence to be able to just not just be passionate in certain things, but to be confident and have knowledge of what I'm bringing forward, and having how that works and mechanism and tools to draw that out is awesome. To pin it to actual strong, solid, tested processes, which is what destiny coaching is.
That's really good. Yeah. That's really good. So there's lots of training courses out there. I'm sure you've done a lot as a leader, right, to get where you're at. Yeah. You obviously invested in coming on this one, which is 3 whole weekends, 3 long weekends of 3 days, plus some online stuff. So what would you say are your main takeaways from it all?
My main takeaways is that I actually, even when I do online coaching and when I leave after a weekend, Monday, Friday, Saturday, full on, feeling on Monday, I'm thinking like, wow, I've got to come down from the joy and the happiness and the interconnection I'm having with people I have never met before, but we just seem to just gel through the power of the Holy Spirit. I just feel like it's like plugging in your charger and coming away feeling topped up, you know?
After the training.
After the training weekends, and then you think, okay, great, I have to get back to the day life, the work life, the family life, and the church life. To a level, and then you say, well, hold on, why can't I bring them to that level? And I think that's what Destiny Coaching does. To you to, and then people say, well, why are you smiling? Why are you so happy? Why are you so, you seem glowing? And you know what I mean? They feel your energy because you're still left with that glow from the weekend. So I think that's really powerful.
That's good.
So we have to use that to bring people who are down and negative, put some energy in them, put some power in them through the whole, especially if they're Christians, and even if they're not. Everybody wants to be happy. Nobody wants to be sad.
No. So it's brought a lot of joy there.
It has brought a lot of joy.
It's good, and it's got you to bring joy to others.
Yeah.
Okay, so perhaps what would be really helpful, I think, is if, like, people who've never, like, you came on this course, you'd never done it, you didn't know what it was all about. Perhaps what would you say to other leaders, perhaps leaders that just want to broaden their leadership skills, or perhaps leaders that are thinking of maybe going into coaching? Either way, what would you say to them about this course?
Well, I think it's like wondering whether you can get into the water and swim, or, you know what I mean, you hear it's cold, but once you jump in and you start moving, you realise, wow, okay, great, and the movement allows you to warm up, and when you start warming up in it and understanding it, you get away from your fears. The first fears are, do I want to jump in? Is it too cold? And once you got over that process, you actually enjoy, if you enjoy swimming, you really enjoy being in the presence of Destiny Coaching. It's like that, you're just swimming in leadership. You know, so you're doing different strokes, you're learning different techniques, you're swimming in leadership. Because it draws out and strengthens your leadership power, your leadership skills, your leadership knowledge. And there's no better leader than a listening leader. And that's what it's done for me. I'm always willing to say, this is what you do, I'm the one leading, this is where you go. But to be able to say, okay, great, tell me what your views are, what do you really think? So it's allowed me to listen more.
So, top highlights for you of this course, what have you enjoyed the most from it?
I've enjoyed the fact that you can meet people from different walks of life, never met them before, from different backgrounds, professionally, spiritually, and culturally, and connect as if we're all one people.
Wow, that's good.
I thought that's really powerful. Yeah.
What have you enjoyed learning the most?
I've enjoyed, you know, I like dancing in the moment. I love that terminology. Yeah, to try and really listen to people's agenda and get in the rhythm with them. Yeah. Rather than just basically say, this is how I do it. You know, and I've learned that ability to assess the situation before you do anything. Yeah.
What would you say, like if you talk to the camera, what would you say to other leaders who are considering coming on this course? Just tell them.
I think if you're a leader and you want to learn some new skills to even be a greater leader than you are, no other course can beat Destiny Coaching course. I don't think. No, I've done I've been in my industry over 35 years, and I've never met a process that connects me to methods and skills to strengthen my ability to do what I do better.
Wow, that's good. Have you experienced any internal transformation yourself through, obviously you've learnt the skills for leadership, but what's happened to you internally?
Well, I'm always been a passionate person, but I didn't realise my passion tank wasn't as full as I thought it was.
Right.
So I've been able to connect and understand that my life journey is also, I can grow internally more, to have a happy, more fulfilled life in my relationship with God as well. I think that's been powerful for me.
That's wonderful, Fitzroy. Thank you.
Thank
Bless
you.
you. Thank you.